one of the biggest barriers I think newcomers face when they come to Canada or when they immigrate to any other country is the employment issue. I felt on my own, or I experienced myself too, that I really started to feel integrated into the Canadian society when I first found my first meaningful job, what I enjoyed. Until then, it's just a hard time, because you don't feel that you are contributing to the society, and until you are not contributing, you are not useful. So it's very important. I am a lawyer in Hungary, and I also have my teacher's diploma. And when I came to Canada for family reasons, because of my husband is Canadian, so I never planned to come to Canada, but the situation was given. And when I came, even probably we can say I'm highly qualified in my own country. In Canada, I couldn't find any type of jobs, and I hardly was searching every day. I handed in resumes and cover letters, 5 a day, and for 8 months I couldn't find anything. I was even applying to McDonald's to be just a server for minimal wage, and I even didn't get an interview there. So it can be really depressing, and it will affect your whole first experience about Canada too. Yes, so many people have problem. There are very different immigration categories. We cannot put everybody under the same head. There are refugees who come because their life is in danger. There are people who come as skilled workers, and they have to go through a very strict point system. Everybody can try this point system if they go to the Citizenship and Immigration Canada website. It's actually interesting to do whether you would be able to come to Canada as a skilled worker. I did the test with Fleming students in one class once, and there were about 100 students present, I think, and only 2 or 3 would meet the requirements to come to Canada. The class was really shocked. So there are those people, and then there are the families of the skilled workers who come. There are people who come, like me, through a family sponsorship because they are marrying a Canadian. So each of these groups have different problems, but I think employment is a very general problem. Skilled workers many times do the point system, and if the point system, if they meet the requirement in the points, they think that when they come to Canada they will find employment very easily, and then they come here and they realize that the situation is not that rosy at all. Then they feel even more like it's something went wrong, because doing the point system they assume that's why Canada is trying to attract them, but then they are faced with the whole education problem. So they shouldn't really rely on the point system. Exactly, they should do a bit of research maybe to or they should be maybe by the Canadian government educated more about that, meeting so they should be given maybe more information, and there are lots of resources available, or what occupations are needed the most, and in what region what are we lacking. But still, I don't know, it could be part of the application form, just go and visit this website to know what your chances are. I don't know, I'm not I don't have to make the policies. I only know that many people who come here express that they did not think that will be the situation. I know that there was a program for newcomers who are already in Canada. They were helped they had any questions how to do the accreditation process, then they could actually come to the New Canadian Center, and then an employment consultant would tell them, okay, this is the process, what you have to do, this is the governing body of your occupation, who has to give you permission, these are the tests you have to take, etc., etc. But I guess if they would really dig in, they could find those information from their home country as well. But it's not easy to find that information. And many times it's not the information that's a problem, but you come here, you can't work, but these processes, the accreditation processes, are very lengthy. And you need work right away because you need to feed your family. And also these accreditation processes are many times very expensive. It costs several hundreds of dollars just to write to the teachers regulatory body, teachers college. I'm not familiar with what the regulatory body is right now. But just to several $100s, so they will tell you what further education you have to do, and then you have to go back to school, which is again long process, lots of work, it's hard if you have a family, and very expensive as well. And at the end you become a teacher, and you are definitely not guaranteed that you will get a job with it, because Canadians, we are having less and less kids, schools are closing, so it's not an easy process. Many people come who are lucky and they will be guaranteed a job. For example, even in Peterborough, General Electric is hiring a lot of foreign trained engineers because it's hard to find qualified Canadian workforce. So they come and the engineers love it. They love it, they are happy at their work, they are feeling valuable, but their wives are at home or their kids are in school and they are the only black child in school. And Peterborough is a very wide community. I think we are on a very good pathway and we are changing a lot. But if these wives will not be happy, then in a few months or a year, the family won't be happy and they will move away to Toronto where they can find a bigger support group. So employers say that unhappy wives make employers relocate because if they can't find enough jobs. So GE actually says that they lose workforce because of the wives cannot find employment, or it's harder for them to integrate. So we just have to make sure there are enough social programs, and again the accreditation process, the employment for the spouses is very important as well.